Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S. back here with another video. Running rather late to go to the gym, so I might try and make this a bit quick if I can. But anyway, this is obviously a continuation from parts 1 and 2 of my dreams for Asia, my prayers and dreams for Asia. So hope you check those out and like them if you haven't already done so. I appreciate any likes, comments, sharing the video, any other support you can give. Again, any suggestions you have or anything like that as well. And yeah, so as I say, these are my prayers or dreams pretty much for Asia and Asian empowerment, like supporting Asia's economies and things like that. So I'd love to see, as I said before in parts 1 and 2, like I'd love to see Asia being united as much as possible. So anyway, without further ado, here's the rest of my list. So number 21, I'd love for people to find out facts about Asia and the history of Asia, and to encourage Asians to write their own life stories and biographies and things like that, and encourage them to tell their story and be creative, and that sort of thing. I know, like I said before, I know Asian nations are quite academic, so they have a culture where it's like you have to respect your elders and follow instructions. So I think, me personally, I love to be a bit more creative. And although my mum's of Indian origin, she's not really, luckily for me, she's not really a traditionalist. So I'm more of a creative type person, not much of an academic person. So anyway, yeah, but I'd love for people to find out about Asian history, and it'd be great to hear from people from Asia as well and their perspective, and encourage Asians to write their own biographies and things like that, and network together, say, and things like that, and be creative, work in business and things like that. 22, I'd love to see Asia's economies grow as much as possible in the future. And as I said before, I'd love to see as few natural disasters or illnesses or diseases across Asia as possible. God willing, Godspeed, God willing, and stroke or Godspeed, there'll be as few natural disasters and illnesses and that sort of thing. I'd love that for the rest of the world, really, as well. So I know it's a bit biased for me to say about Asia, especially in Asia. But yeah, I'd love to see that as few natural disasters and illnesses and diseases around the world as possible generally, but especially Asia in particular. And Asia building for the future, and looking at how Asia can be as empowered as possible in the future, and that sort of thing. Number 23, I'd love to fundraise for Asian causes as much as possible, again, to educate young people and support poverty alleviation and sympathy and empathy, and encourage Asians to network together and have sympathy and empathy for each other, and try and help each other create employment and jobs and opportunities. I think if violence and crime itself, crime generally and violent crime especially, and that sort of thing is reduced, I think there's more chance to build things rather than have things be destroyed. So people can build businesses and have houses which they're pleased with and proud of and things like that. So I think that would help a lot as well. So yeah, I'd love to fundraise for those causes and encourage peace, sympathy, empathy, compassion, and all that kind of thing for each other and for animals. And again, human rights and animal rights, as I talked about before, and supporting people with disabilities, physical, mental, and learning disabilities, like ADHD as well as physical and mental disabilities. 24, I'd love to find out, as I say, facts about Asia, Asian flags, and how Asians can perhaps collaborate on things like films, making celebrating each other's success stories and famous Asians and things like that. So supporting each other as much as possible. Maybe, as I say, collaborating together on films and financial development and goals and businesses, networking together, and just generally networking together in all possible areas, and maybe even like promoting Asian food around the world and Asian fusion cuisine and that sort of thing. But yeah, so just general fusion projects as well across Asia and more Asian unity. So I'd love to encourage as many people, maybe in the future, make like groups on Facebook as well, which talk about Pan-Asianism, and like encourage more people to join. And the more people who join, hopefully, the more that idea will spread, hopefully, and and as many of the divisions in Asia as possible will be prevented. Number 25, I love to celebrate and support, especially Asia's republics, as much as possible. Number 26, again, as Asian nations were colonized, I'd love to see them work together to look at what they have in common and how they were subjected, or whatever you call it, by and treated so badly by colonizing countries historically, if you look at the stories of what happened, as far as I'm aware. And I'd love to see like countries like India get back all the money that was, or all the wealth that was stolen or looted from like people like Britain or the UK or whatever. Historically, I'd love to see, it's argued that they had trillions stolen, so I think it'd be great to see if they have that money back, probably minus any aid money they've given, but that could be part of it as well. But I'd love to see them be separated in like trade deals and people supporting India as a part of justice, and also countries like Vietnam who were colonized as well or taken over or whatever, which to me means the same thing. And also countries like Iraq, which had their oil taken away, and maybe that could, the fact that those countries especially were taken over, but I suppose all of Asia pretty much was colonized. I think that should hopefully bring them together to help them to work together more, like especially countries like India and Vietnam and Iraq, and even look beyond their differences, like support each other and say that they were colonized, so helping each other, maybe even helping each other politically to work to get reparated for all those sorts of things that happened. So when they work together, I think they'll be a lot stronger as well, and they could also trade with each other and use that negative thing to make a positive. Number 27, I'd love to like acknowledge and honor those who have contributed to Asia in positive ways as much as possible. And number 28, again, turning negative situations into positives. Hopefully Asian nations will work together to cure illnesses and diseases and look at ways to protect each other from natural disasters as much as possible and things like that. And also, as I say, the fact they were colonized, hopefully making a positive from a negative and using that to help to make each other help each other more. And number 29, I'd love to see people who are part Asian like myself, or like mixed race, or even from the diaspora, helping Asia and supporting Asia as much as possible, promoting videos like this and maybe making their own, and social media. And if anyone wants to use my ideas for the benefit of Asia, they're quite welcome to do so as well. And like networking together and sharing ideas through like committees and think tanks as much as possible. And like if this video ever made money, I'd love to donate that money to helping Asian projects as much as possible. And number 30, again, I'd love to hear other people's ideas and look at all the possible ways to support Asia and help Asia's economies to grow as much as possible together and be as united as possible. And I think it'd be a really positive and exciting thing to think about Asia being united. So wherever you are, I hope you have a great time, and hopefully I'm going to go to the gym and do a bit of working out. So I am out. Peace and out.